Hey guys, SJ here from Owen. Today we're going to be learning about paracord bracelets. We make these all the time in the club, but I just thought this would be a fun craft for you guys to do at home as well. So we've got paracord bracelets with buckles, and we also have paracord bracelets that don't have buckles. These are a little bit harder to do, but I believe in you guys to do the knot and the clasp there at the end, okay? So to get your paracord bracelet started, you will need the paracord, which you usually have about 8 to 10 feet. In some of the packets sent home with you guys, there's going to be buckles, but I'm going to teach you how to do a diamond knot as well, so that if you don't have a buckle, you can make like a ball and clasp, which will also be a really cool closure for your bracelet. You'll need some scissors for when you're finishing it up, and then make sure that you have a parent who can help you burn the ends so that it doesn't come apart at the end, okay? So we'll go ahead and start with the packets that come with a buckle, and I'll just show you how to do that. If you don't have a buckle, you can just fast forward to the part where I show you guys the diamond knot, and then you can start your bracelets that way. So what we're gonna do is, it's attached already on one end of the paracord, and then what you need to do is measure your wrist. So you're gonna go ahead and put the ends of the rope in the other side of the buckle. Should go right in. I like to put it down because then you're gonna be doing your weave on top. So you're gonna go ahead and just feed it through until you're almost to the other end. And at that point, you're gonna measure your wrist. You're gonna wanna leave a little bit of room because the braid that goes on the outside of these strands might take up a little bit more space, and you wanna make sure that you're not making it super tight on your wrist because that's just not comfortable to wear. I like to do my weave open. So I've got all of it open. I can see how much I'm working with. To start this off and to just hold that spot, you can go ahead and just do an overhand knot. It's like when you start to tie your shoes, right? So you're gonna cross it and then just a nice little, bring it all the way through. This isn't the knot you're gonna be using all the way down, but it is just gonna be nice to hold your spot so that you don't have to worry about losing that. You got one strand out to this side, your other strand out to the other side. And they're pretty long, so try not to get them all tangly. Otherwise, that's just gonna make your life a little bit harder than it needs to be. So to start our knot, you're gonna go ahead and do a loop over top of your core strands. Those are the ones that you're gonna work all the way down. So loop over top, just a half loop. Bring your right strand over top of that one. And then you're gonna tuck it under the core strands and bring it up through. So just a really fancy overhand type knot. And then you're gonna pull those tight. Switch sides. So now your right strand is gonna go over the core, and then this is gonna come over top of that, and then tuck that side underneath, and then pull tight. So now we used our right strand last time, so we're gonna go back to the left side, over top of those core strands, bring this one over that, and do this. And once you get the hang of it, it's pretty simple to just kind of work your way all the way down. If you forget which side you started on, which I do all the time, just notice this rope is on top, and so that's the side I'm gonna start with. So once you see this one kind of leading down, I know that this is the side that I'm gonna start my loop on. So now I'm working my way all the way down. You get into a groove of things. Once you get to nearing the end or the other side of the buckle, you're gonna be running out of space. So you kind of want some working space. So one way to do it is cutting both of these strands and making sure you have enough space, and then you can burn them together, burn the ends together, and this is where you're gonna want a parent to help you out. So try to get as close to it as you can. So you can see the ends kind of melting into itself. This is gonna seal the end of your paracord bracelet. Yeah, so that's a nice example of a paracord bracelet. Now, we just finished our buckle paracord bracelet, and if you don't have a buckle, that's a-okay. I sometimes prefer them without a buckle. I'm going to show you how to make those right now. So those ones are going to have a diamond knot at the end of one of them, and then it's going to have a loop at the other end. So you should be able to close it around your wrist the same way as a buckle would, just without the plastic. All right, for the diamond knot, we are gonna actually start with the diamond knot. So you're gonna need to find the middle of your paracord. It's a lot of paracord. Go ahead and put the two ends together, and then just work your way backwards, and that will find pretty much the middle of your paracord bracelet. Okay, so once you find the middle of your paracord, the whole thing, you're gonna make a loop at the middle, and you can just go ahead and place that over your middle finger. Okay, you're gonna take your right strand and you're gonna do a loop around your thumb. That should loop that way. Go ahead and pinch where that loop crosses itself, and you're gonna rotate that up one. And if you want to, you can use your thumb to hold it down. So that's now rotated up. Go ahead and pull part of the left strand up so it makes a little gateway for you, because you're gonna need that in a second. And then you're taking the rest of your left strand and pulling it under your right strand. I got a lot of paracord, but I believe in you. So now we've got this going under our right strand. We're just going to take the end of that and put it through the loop we made. Not over your pinky. Okay. So now you're going to keep this kind of loose. Don't just tighten it down, because now we've got this fun kind of figure 8. See that? And then, so this is kind of like the basis of our knot. So we're gonna try to finish it up. Don't pull anything too tight yet, because you need a little bit of space to work. And be patient with yourself, because this is a pretty intense knot. So now we've got it to this space. You're gonna go ahead and take your right strand and come up through the middle, going around to the right, coming up to them through the middle, and gently pull that through. You have to hook your fingers, and we're gonna leave that for a second. And then you're gonna go ahead and take that left strand, and from the front, you're gonna go up through the middle, the same middle that the other one came through. So pull the rest of that strand through. Okay, so now you can see we're kind of making like a sphere-like thing, right? So gently, you're gonna kind of work it down. So you can pull parts of it through. And basically you're just working all of the looseness out into the loose strands. So I'm gonna go ahead and take it off my finger now, and I'm gonna work my way down. I know it doesn't look like much right now, but once you get all of these worked down, then it's gonna look pretty good. So I'm gonna work that through. So basically you're pushing it through wherever you see it go through. Just take that one, and that one goes here. Kind of like a puzzle. And that goes to that one. So now we just have this strand. You can see it's kind of forming a ball. That's what we want. Work that one through. Make sure you're being gentle with it, kind of forming it as you go. Okay. Cool, cool, cool. And down. So at the end of this, you should have a nice ball at the end of your strand. Reach like an inch or so above what you think you would need. And that's gonna be the other end of your bracelet. All right, once you have your length measured out, you're gonna have just two loose strands on the other end. So go ahead and pinch it off. And then you're gonna take your left strand, cross it over the core strands there. Yeah, like so. And then you're gonna take your right strand and cross it over top of that left strand. Once it's over the top of the left strand, you're gonna weave it back behind it and come up through this other side. And then you're gonna gently pull this tight. Sometimes it helps to hold onto the core strands and pull with your two fingers. All right, so what we're gonna do now is we're gonna pull this top strand that's kind of going across right there, and that's gonna be the loop for the other side for where our ball is gonna go through to keep it on. So all you need is like a centimeter or so. You might need to hold it in place while you do your first cobra knot. So if you're pinching off right there, go ahead and cross the right strand over the left, or right strand over your core, and it's of the same. You're gonna take this one underneath And go ahead and try to hold onto this while you tighten down your first stitch. Because it's all connected, you don't want it to get like too crazy big or too small. So once it's kind of tightened down, you should be pretty tight. It's not going to go anywhere. And so now at this point, we're doing our cobra stitch all the way down. Okay, so I just did it on the left side, so now I'm going to do it on the right. So we're crossing over our core strands. We've got left strand over the right strand, and then back underneath the core and up through the other side. And this is where we're going to start tightening down. So now I just did it on the right side, so now I'm going to start on the left side. Over with the left, right over top, underneath, pull through. So now it's starting to look more like a bracelet. And you work your way all the way down. So as we get to the end of the bracelet, you want to leave a little bit of room, because think about if you're closing it up, you want to make sure that it's got a little space to clasp right there. So this is when you're going to want a parent or guardian to cut off the ends. So make sure it's nice and tight. Pull really tight on that last one. As close to it as you can. So now I just have my two little ends. And then I'm going to have a parent present, at least, while you burn the ends. So you burn on one side, and then you burn down the other side. Make sure you don't burn it long enough that it like catches fire. It should just kind of melt its way onto the bracelet. And then that should be secure. And we've got a different kind of bracelet.